we have seen the chemical reactions of aldehydes and ketones, but this is our chapter in which there is carboxylic acids also. Now this is the aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acids. Now let us see the chemical reaction of carboxylic acids. Now there are a litmus test for the presence of COOH group of carboxylic acid. That means blue litmus turns red when we dip the blue litmus into the aqueous solution of carboxylic acid. And again there is the formation of salt, that is the neutralization reaction of this carboxylic acid with the base such as sodium hydroxide. There is formation of sodium salt of carboxylic acid if we react with the sodium hydroxide with these carboxylic acids. Again there is the third test of presence of COOH group into the carboxylic acid is reaction with the that is sodium bicarbonate or with sodium carbonate. In that also carboxylic acids gives the sodium salt of carboxylic acid, carbon dioxide and water. These that is the bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, that is called as the eating soda, and sodium carbonate is called as the that is washing soda. Sodium carbonate is called the washing soda. Now see here, let us see the another chemical reactions, that are the formation of acyl chloride. Now you very well known about the acyl chloride. The general formula of the acyl chloride is RCOCl. The general formula of acid chloride is RCOCl. Acyl chlorides are also called as the acyl chloride. Both are the name for the acyl chloride or acid chloride. Now three different reagents are used for the preparation of this acyl chloride, and that three different reagents are phosphorus trichloride, phosphorus pentachloride and thionyl chloride. Now we react these reagents with the alcohols also in the chapter of organic hydroxy compounds. In alcohols, alcohol reacts with all these three reagents, and there are the formation of the byproducts SO2 gas when the alcohol reacts with this thionyl chloride. Now this thionyl chloride is a very useful reagent for the preparation of acyl chlorides, because when we use the thionyl chloride SOCl2, the byproduct forms are the sulfur dioxide and hydrochloric acid. Both are in the gaseous state, so they easily escape or evolution of these gases into the atmosphere, and we have obtained only the product. That means there is no separation of the different products, there is no wastage of the energy or financially, commercially. This is very useful reagent because the money is we have to money is less for the separation. So this is the commercial method of using the thionyl chloride. Now let us see how the reaction is there. I take here the example of acetic acid. Now generally these reactions in this way. Suppose RCOOH is the carboxylic acid, any carboxylic acid, when it reacts with the thionyl chloride SOCl2, thionyl chloride. On heating, what they give? On heating, we obtain the acyl chloride COCl. That means this OH group get replaced by the chlorine atom, and there is formation of, now what is remaining here? Here remaining is the SO1Cl, and this OH get replaced by one of the chloride. So there is formation of HCl and SO2 gas as the byproduct. Now you can take any carboxylic acid for the preparation of corresponding acyl chloride. Now this is the acetic chloride. This acetic acid reacts with thionyl chloride. There is form of the acyl chloride. The name of this acyl chloride is the acetic chloride. and these two byproducts are formed. And if we want again to prepare the acyl chloride, two different reagents, that is the phosphorus pentachloride and phosphorus trichlorides are also used. But if we have to use phosphorus trichloride, you must take the 3 molecules of acetic acid. Remember that. And if you want to prepare the acetic chloride by using the phosphorus pentachloride, then take only 1 acetic acid molecule. Now, as there are the 3 acetic acid molecule, the 3 OH groups are replaced of every molecule of the carboxylic acid by the 3 chloride ions. Now, what are remaining are these phosphorus, 3 OH group are remaining because all the 3 chlorides are used, and there is formation of this POH thrice. This can be written as H3PO3. This is called as actually the phosphorus acid, though it has the OH ion, but it is acid. The name of this acid is the phosphorus acid. This can be written in this way, H3PO3, or you can write simply in this way. But if we want to prepare the acetyl chloride by using the phosphorus pentachloride, take only 1 acetic acid molecule. Here also OH group is replaced by the one of the chloride ion, and there is formation of acetyl chloride. Now which that is different reagents are remaining, that is the phosphorus. Here also 4 chlorine atoms because 1 chlorine is used here, and the OH group is there. Now it forms the HCl, and again what there are the formation. Now there is the formation of POCl3 out of the 4 Cl, 1 chloride is again used in the HCl. Now 3 chlorine atoms are remaining, and that form the byproduct. The name of this compound POCl3 is phosphorus oxychloride, that we already seen in the reaction with alcohol of this reagent. There are also the formation of these two byproduct, phosphorus oxychloride and hydrochloric acid. Now let us see the most important again chemical reaction of this carboxylic acid is with the ammonia. Now when carboxylic acid reacts with ammonia, there is formation of amide. In 11th standard you know the general formula of amide. What is that? RCONH2. If we join the NH2 group to the R, there is formation of only amines. But if there is the CO group in between R, alkyl group, and NH2 group, then that is called as the amide. That means when ammonia gas reacts with carboxylic acids, acid amides are formed. Now I take here the example of the acetic acid. Now this acetic acid when reacts with ammonia, first that is the reversible like procedure is formed. That means this ammonium acetate is formed. This ammonia get added completely into the acid. But this ammonium acetate again give the acetic acid and ammonia. But if we heat that ammonium acetate, 2 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom forms the water molecule of that. Out of the 4 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen form the water molecule, and water molecule get removed, and there is only CH3CONH2, that is the amide is formed, but this amide is called as the acetamide. So generally how the reaction is there, you can take any acid. If they ask you the question prepare the propanamide, then you must take here the what? Propionic acid. That means in place of this R, there is the CH3CH2 group is there. Now this is general reaction. It also on addition of ammonia from this ammonium carboxylate. As here I use the acetic acid, so I give the name ammonium acetate. But generally RCONH4 is called as the ammonium carboxylate, and which on strong heating, very strong heating is required for obtaining the acetamide. Remember that on very strong heating, this ammonium carboxylate directly give the acetamide on elimination of the water molecule. So there is the short note always into the board examination, that is the formation of amide. or how the amides are prepared from the carboxylic acid. So you must write down. If they ask particular for 2 marks the reaction, prepare the propanamide, so you can take the propionic acid for that. Now these acid amides are conveniently or very readily can prepared by 2 different reagent also. That is the second method of formation of amides, and that 2 different reagents are this acyl chloride and ammonia. It immediately form the that is the amides. How they are formed? Only the chloride atoms is replaced by the NH2 group. Now this is the NH2, that is this is ammonia, only simply this is the ammonia. And what is their form? Now only replace the HCl, and NH2 group is directly attached to this CO of the acyl chloride, and there is formation of acid amide. If here is the CH3COCl, that means acetyl chloride is used. Acetyl chloride is used. We obtain the acetamide and HCl gas get Q1. Now next chemical reaction of carboxylic acid is the formation of acid anhydride. Now in the formation of acid anhydride, we know that in the element standard we take the 2 molecules of carboxylic acids for the preparation of the acid anhydride. Anhydride means there is no water molecule or removal of the water molecule. So take any 2 acid molecules. I take here the 2 molecules of acetic acid. These are the acetic acid, CH3COOH and CH3COOH. I write in this way. These are the 2 acid molecules, and when they reacts with each other in the presence of this dehydrating agent, phosphorus pentoxide, we can use, because phosphorus pentoxide is the very good dehydrating agent. It absorbs the water molecule from the 2 acid molecules. In this way, one hydrogen and one OH of the another acid molecule get removed, and there is the removal of water molecule, and this is the acid. As it is the acetic acid, so acetic anhydride is formed. But here also there is the convenient method for the preparation of the anhydrides. That not required, that is the dehydrating agent. Only on heating that give the anhydrides. Now in this, I use here sodium acetate. You can take any sodium salt of the carboxylic acid, sodium propionate, sodium butyrate, etc. And you can take the any acid chloride. I take here the acetic chloride. And here is only, that is a replacement of this NaCl. Now see here, this CH3CO, this O is again there, then this CO and CH3, that is this is the acetic anhydride, similar to this. They are one and same. Only the 2 different methods of writing. But this is the convenient method for the preparation of acid anhydride. Let us see the next method of preparation of of the chemical reaction of the acetic acid. Now let us see the next chemical reaction of the carboxylic acid, that is the decarboxylation of carboxylic acid. Decarboxylation means removal of carbon dioxide. Yes, removal of carbon dioxide from the but here we have to take not the carboxylic acid but the sodium salt of carboxylic acid for the decarboxylation. That means first react any acid. Suppose RCOOH is the any acid, that is any carboxylic acid. When it reacts with the NaOH, it forms the RCOONA. That means neutralization reaction, acid base reaction. It gives salt and water. Now this is the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. First we have to obtain in the first step. Now this sodium salt of carboxylic acid, as it is salt, there is the charge separation. Sodium have the positive charge and oxygen have the negative charge. And again, this sodium salt of carboxylic acid, when reacts with the sodium hydroxide, that is the strong alkali, then there is formation of, in the presence of this calcium oxide, that is also called as that of the that is dry lime. It is also called as the dry lime. Now in the presence of this and in the element standard, we already seen this reaction in the preparation of alkane. This is one of the method by using the soda lime. This is soda and this is lime. So the name of this reaction in the element standard is the reactions of carboxylate, sodium carboxylate with the soda lime for the preparation of alkane. As this alkyl group are obtain the hydrogen from this NaOH. So it forms R group. When attached to the hydrogen, there is formation of alkane. Any alkane you can obtain, and this byproduct, that is the washing soda, Na2CO3. Now how the Na2CO3 is formed? There are the two Na atoms, this CO and this O, form the byproduct sodium carbonate. This is the washing soda, and we obtain the, that is the hydrocarbon directly by this reaction. So this reaction is very important. Now alkanes are the hydrocarbons. Now take any sodium salt of carboxylic acid. I take here sodium acetate. You can take sodium propionate, sodium butyrate, and when it reacts with the soda lime, when it reacts in the presence heat in the presence of soda lime, it forms the alkane. Here is formation of methane, this CH3 group that gets this hydrogen, and there is formation of CH4, and this 2Na and this COO and this O forms the Na2CO3. In this way, this is very useful method for the preparation of the olefins, that is the alkanes, paraffins, that is the alkanes, that means less reactive. This reaction can be used to prepare the fuels, that is alkanes are very good fuels. Now the last reaction of the carboxylic acid, that is the reduction of carbon. Now we know that when we oxidize alcohol, they are first converted into the aldehydes and ketones. We see that reaction by using the potassium dichromate, alkaline KMnO4, etc. And again when aldehydes and ketone get oxidized, they form the carboxylic acid. That means if we do the reverse reaction, that is the reduction of carboxylic acid, we must obtain the alcohols. So here, by using very strong reducing reagent, lithium aluminum hydride, which gives the 1 molecule of lithium aluminum hydride give 4, that is the nascent hydrogen atoms, and due to that, what happened here? Here is formation of the alcohols, that COOH group is converted into the CH2OH group. If we take the acetic acid here, CH3, COOH plus lithium aluminum hydride, you can write here 4H, nascent hydrogen. Now dry ether. In the presence of dry ether, this reaction is carried out, and there is formation of CH3. This CH3 as it is, this C converted into CH2 and OH is there. Now in this way, there is the formation of this, that is ethyl alcohol is formed. Byproduct, there may form the water molecule, that is not given here. Now this is our complete chapter of the carbonyl groups having compound, that is the aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acid. So if you like the video, you can share, you can subscribe, and tell the another 12th class student, because this is very useful for the board HSC examination.